Hello, beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. We're going to dive into it right away by pulling your keywords for the next 4 weeks. This is going to be a general reading. And by the way, if you're new here, I am Divine Light and I'm so happy you're with me today. And if you haven't already, go ahead, hit subscribe. And if you go on to enjoy this message, give it a thumbs up, okay? Let's see what we have. Oh wow, these are like, I've never seen these ones before. These cards rarely comes. We have effort and presence. So effort is something easy for you, Capricorn. As far as the Capricorns I know, you actually can take care of things really effortlessly and easily, with very, like, maybe, I mean, it seems that way to me when I look at the Capricorn operating something. And also they have this, like, even though we think Aries and Leo are the leaders, they have this kind of like a gentle leadership within you. You have that, and you don't really say that I am the leader, but the way you act actually pulls the people with you. Like they tend to follow you. So the effort is not going to be an issue for you, but the presence, being in the present and not really planning for the future and what's going to happen next, is going to be your challenge this month. And so we have a time here, the sand clock. I forgot what it's called. But the thing is, this is actually telling me that if you have really limited time about a situation, the more you're in the present, the more you're going to actually manipulate and expand the time. Okay, that's going to be very useful. And the truth and wholeness, I feel like the spiritual aspects of these things, the efforts that you're putting here is going to start the truth of which you are manifesting. We have 4 pentacles. If you can see, I don't know, 4 diamonds. This kind of like, we have number 40 as well. This kind of reminds me of the effort. The truth is going to preserve your efforts here. The truth of the matter is, maybe you're doing too much, or you're maybe giving so much than you should be giving. And that might be the truth here to the people, to the situations that are not really going to worth of your time or power. But when you preserve it, this is going to actually create this full closure of your energy field. Maybe that's what it is. For example, if you have a friend that only picks up when they need something, or only calls when they need something, and what you're doing is you're giving them extra effort, but this time maybe it's time for you to be in the present and tell them, you know what, I have other things to do. I'm sorry, we don't have time for you today. See you next time. Maybe that's going to actually be your truth. That when you express it, it is going to bring wholeness. It's going to close that gap that you're creating in your energy field, and it's going to bring more of your heart's desire to you, okay? Let's see what's happening inside your cup. I see some tears of joy, good news coming forward. Another thing can be like maybe someone who likes to talk about themselves, but they're not ready to celebrate your accomplishments. It's time to say a couple no's to that person. We have a llama here, or kind of looks like a camel as well. They're both common trait is resilience right there. So you are being resilient about something and not backing up is going to be really important. And that's why I feel like some of you might be feeling weak around a person that you're feeling like you cannot say no to. This is going to be about saying no to that and being resilient about your desire with that, from that person. Another thing can be also like, maybe you're going after a raise, you're going after an improvement in your life, and not taking no as an answer is going to be important here. This doesn't apply to relationships, guys. This applies to most of the time the material things and the material things that you deserve, okay? But the thing is, it doesn't really apply to relationships because we have 8 billion people on the planet. So what? One person doesn't want to talk to you or doesn't want to be friends with you anymore, okay? I see there's like a black and white situation happening here. 2 faces. There's one here, their eyes are tied. The other one here, we cannot see his eyes coming together, like coming face to face basically within the 2nd week. So it can be the darkness actually facing the light, but the light is not really opening their eyes. The light can be your side, maybe your perspective. Maybe you're blindly walking into a situation thinking that there's actually on your end, you're maybe defending someone, you think they're right, but they might not be. So that's why before you walk into any conflict, competition. It's time to just read all the fine prints, guys. Okay, it's time to look at all the fine print. And if you're maybe defending someone, maybe not only their perspective, you need another person's perspective around them as well. Okay, another thing I see here, there's like an opening happening there, like an enlightenment, the lightning strikes. So you might become aware of something very important and information that come to you. We see that you're climbing on the top of the mountain. This can even be, I'm going to give you the simplest example. Maybe you're actually you want to get something from an institution, from the mountain is the government maybe, and you see there's like a light, there's an office up there, and that office might be only listening to a certain demands. Okay, so it seems like the lightning can be that certain demand, certain information that is necessary, the paperwork that is necessary for you to get you up there, that is needed, and it seems like it's coming to you. But like I said, this presence, being in the present, is going to be, that's why it's going to be important, so you don't miss that. Okay, another thing I see, there's a pathway opening for some of you. We have here like a pig waiting for you at the beginning of the pathway. The pig can be someone a little bit greedy with money, so think of it this way. What came to me, maybe you want to go to a concert, but it's all sold out and somebody's trying to sell, is in the black market for a high price. I feel like the path is opening to you either way. So maybe there's another option that you can, there's another door that you can knock onto, and you don't have to go through that. Even if this is not a ticket, even if this is something else, maybe it seems like here the path is opening to you. Okay, and there are other sideways, as you can see, but they're not really clear 100%. You can see they're just silhouettes of the sideways. You need to explore those. Okay, I see within the 4th week timeline we have a shooting star, you can see here, and there's a clarity coming in and a symbol of eternity showing up in there. Shooting star can be a representative of a wish fulfillment, can be an Aquarius coming in your life. We have Aquarius is actually the zodiac follows you, so this can be someone who will be following your guidance here. And the star is the heart's desire, and it even has the tail here, so it's not going to be only one star. It is, I feel like it is going to also carry with it the other things that you would wish to have in your life. Okay, I see there's a wizard here wearing a hat. I feel like this is you, but you're wearing a small hat. The small hat can be a small skill that you need to use in order to climb up to where the star is. It can be like your charming attitude. It doesn't have to be like a massive scale thing, but it seems like it is really carrying you towards that star faster. And the symbol of eternity, like a sideways 8, basically, it can be a cycle closing in your life. It can be indicative of that, like a closing a gap, closing a cycle. It can be also, when we flip it, it's an 8, indicate a material satisfaction in a very clear way. You might find a resource that will be useful for you. And finally, I have like a weird creature here. It kind of looks like a rat. Trying to eat something else here, a fish maybe. Rat can be a personality of someone. It can represent someone really like hiding things, because rats are scared animals, and they can be really like, they steal things. So when someone's symbolized by rat archetype, this can be a person who is really hiding things and being shady, and someone eating the fish. Fish can be money. Maybe someone actually like taking something away from you that you don't realize. Seems like the light is not really shining on it first, but there's an opportunity coming forward, so you might have to ask different questions to get to this information. Okay, or maybe you need to really start questioning things if you need to get to this information. Let's dive into saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I have a full circle here. Your energy field is intact, so the rat might not be actually taking something away from your hands, but this can be a potential thing that should come to you. They might be actually trying to take that away from you. I see there's one desire coming first and then just pauses on the tracks, and then there's a second thing coming forward. The second thing comes faster. Okay, so maybe if you have like multiple desires, whatever comes first should be your center of attention, because that's going to create massive gratitude. And I see the energy field being intact means that if you're feeling like tired and such, it can be it might not be coming from another person. It might be like literally, maybe you have some sort of like a physical thing. Like you need to go ahead and double check that. Another thing here is a car really traveling fast towards. In the second week it starts to travel. It can be a road trip. This can also be someone, it's still inside of your energy field, so it can be someone really traveling towards you, or maybe you are putting them in the car and sending somewhere. Okay, so if there's somebody that needs a little push, maybe you're the one pushing them to go get something done. Another thing can be here, maybe you driving to like a really bright area here, because we have a crowd in your heart space. It can be family, friends gathering. Maybe it's frustrating for you, a little too much being mingling with a lot of people. This can be your short, small break that you need to take, because we have like a little dent here. Maybe not outside your comfort zone, still in there, but it's like a safe space, safe haven for some of you. You might want to take that small break to that space to clear your mind and move to like the next subject on your calendar. Okay, let's dive into the tarot now. If you have like a specific question, desire, intention, it's good to focus on that one. We're going to see what's coming your way within the next 4 weeks. Seven of Pentacles tells me that you're initially maybe doing something, but you're doubting if it's going to work out or not. That's what the Seven of Pentacles energy is. The farmer, he planted his seeds, they're growing. However, because the fruit is not really grown yet, I don't know if you ever watch grapes. These are grapevines, by the way. If you ever watch grapes actually come to life, you see, I think these are the grapes. They take a while. Okay, they start really small, really sour, really like a green color. Like it doesn't really give any promises if you're the first time. I've never seen a grape in your life. It just starts with really in a way that is, yeah, it's abundant. They have little mini grapes on one wine, a lot of them. But when you taste the first thing that actually starts growing, it's really like tasteless. Not tasteless. It has a really bitter taste. Okay, so that might be the situation right now. Maybe this is something you're doing first time, or desiring to create first time, and you're not really seeing anything, or the things that you're seeing is not really solid outcome. It can deter you a little bit. It can maybe doubt if this is going to work out or not. But the thing is, 3 of Wands is a new adventure coming ahead. Okay, so it seems like it's going to get like to 0 to 100 real quickly. So it's about actually holding on to it. On the bottom we have King of Pentacles here, that you see the grapevines, that he's actually getting off of those wines. The wines turning into a tree like that. When you let it grow, it can turn like a really big massive plants. So it seems like you're going to collect the fruits of that hard labor, and it's going to maybe through an adventure. It's going to call you through an adventure, a new pathway, or a new exciting opportunity. Okay, the small opportunity can start small, but turn into something massive. We have 7 and 3 actually makes 10. It's closing the cycle eventually when you pursue that. We have 4 of Cups here. Something maybe that's not emotionally fulfilling or disappointing happening within the 3rd week. But I'm going to explain you something with the 4 of Cups. What happens with this person is, this is like an attitude of not feeling gratitude. Why? He has 3 cups full already. You probably received 3 different things you desire already, but there's one more thing in the air, coming out of the cloud, in your mind, up in the air. It's not really for sure certain if you want it or not, but you still yearn it, you still want it, but it's not there, so you are feeling ungrateful because of that. The thing is, though, this is also coming maybe for some of you as a warning to become aware there might be something really lowering your energy. Okay, the more you think about it, the more it might be lowering your energy, might be causing you to feel bad, even though you have plenty of things to be grateful for. So become aware of that, and if that's the case, we're gonna put some clarifiers to how to overcome, how to get over that. But maybe put your attention into the things, day-to-day life, the presence. That's going to really like pull you away from that mindset. We have 4, like the King of Wands coming in the 4th week. It seems like your solution, your action point is going to reveal itself, how to get this thing done if you do not dwell on this victim, kind of like a victim mentality a little bit, okay? King of Wands is someone confident, sitting on his throne. He gets things done. He is adventurous. He is stable, and he takes a leap of faith. He has entrepreneur spirit, so That's why he's powerful, because he explores new areas and new fields. As an earth sign, that can be a little bit fearsome for you, because you don't like to really change your own setting time to time. So that's going to be also you getting outside your comfort zone within the 4th week. Especially, we have Page of Wands with the 7 of Pentacles. So whenever you feel doubt, do something exciting, guys. You see the Wi-Fi, kind of like putting your energy out there with the crescent moon as well. Do something exciting. That is going to, 3 of Wands again, that's going to really like bring joy into the situation and bring other options into your situation. Second week, we have 5 of Pentacles with the 3 of Wands. So 5 of Pentacles can be described as pity party as well. Exactly what I was thinking when I saw 4 of Cups. So the more you dwell on what's not there, the more you maybe experience what's not there. So the 3 of Wands is going to really encourage you to go on a new journey and explore different things, maybe an adventure, maybe a new trip. But the thing is, the 5 of Pentacles can be not having the financial means for that. The Fool tells me that when you step into the unknown, when you take a leap of faith, all your desires will be fulfilled and the path will be made for you. So trust that everything happens and the opportunities comes to you for a reason. When it comes to 4 of Cups, Page of Pentacles comes ahead, and this is your earth energy. Basically, this is telling you, instead of dwelling on what doesn't exist, go ahead and see the resources that are available to you. And if this is something you can make it happen right now, use those resources. And if it doesn't available right now, trust that everything that you plant as a seed, even if it's an idea, it's growing in the ether, in the creator's womb, and it's going to be delivered to you. With the King of Wands, we have the Emperor. Some of you are really claiming your power. Some of you might be sitting on a throne of leadership, which I felt in your cup. I was thinking, why is this like as an energy showing for Capricorn? Now it's clear. Some of you are going to take a leadership position. Some of you are going to take maybe people are going to follow your direction. Another thing is, this can be something that you're doing that will require your discipline, your organization skills, your consistency. On top of that, it is going to require your courage to get things done, okay? You're really not taking, like some people, when you offer something, we have something to do here, can you do that? Some people step back. You are not going to do that. You're going to step inside of it. You're going to say, you know what, this is mine now. What comes from it, even if it's a material gain, that's mine too. And that is your claim here. We have alchemy, creating magic during this next 4 weeks. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical abilities and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allow the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. What is transmutation? Taking one thing and turning it into something else. If you ever watched the Full Metal Alchemist, it's actually an animation, a manga, books exist, I think. There you realize when you watch it, magic is not something that creating something out of nothing. It's alchemy is basically taking rice, turning into a cooked rice. Taking a ball of yarn, turning it into a scarf. That's alchemy. These are all alchemy, guys. We expect it to be in a massive scale, but when you start in a small scale and you start growing that, you'll realize that you're an alchemist as well, okay? And this is all about remembering that. Coherence is the frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that you want. This is actually going to be important for you within the next 4 weeks, because it seems like you're on the path to create some amazing things for yourself, but your mind and your heart needs to be aligned. When your heart desires to maybe travel the world, your mind cannot keep thinking, oh, but it's not available to me. I don't see it yet. It's not coming. Where is it? No, your mind cannot keep repeating those thoughts. And we as human beings have the thought, like the ability to tell our minds to shut that. We're thinking positive stuff today. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. We have communication. This is actually also communicating with our heart again through the center of the truth, our center of truth, and to stay in the flow of the source and balance exchange. So communication here, this actually symbolizes you communicating with the divine and receiving your guidance what to do and how to achieve your heart's desire. Be open to that. Another one we have is integration. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in balance and symphony of life. So this is basically integrating both of our, like, it's, I think, soul pieces together, because everything has like a participation in everything that we do. This is going to be important. Integration, maybe like your negative thoughts are coming from a certain experience, and it can also include them to like look at them in a way that, how is this helping me, and take the help, leave the negative charge. Okay, let's see your spiritual message here today. We have gratitude. It's going to be really important, especially when you're feeling that time that, oh, it's, why is it not happening? Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you will start to attract prosperity and abundance, guys. Okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. And I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.